Hello again, everybody. Um, my Lasius niger aren't doing very well at all. They've definitely got a problem, and I don't really know what that problem is. As you can see from the pictures, the nest is starting to look empty. Well, not empty, but a lot more empty than it was. And yes, that's because the pile of dead workers is, they've started dumping that in the outworld now. Um, and it's basically growing. It's getting bigger and bigger. Um, I actually don't think that this is the problem. I don't think that like the workers dying is anything particularly wrong. Let's make it very clear. I have absolutely no idea what the problems are, but I can only sort of go on what I know about ants and what I've observed over the last 5 years, and therefore what I think is happening. So I don't think there's actually a problem with workers dying. I think that the amount of workers that have died is probably pretty normal. The problem is I've got no brood. This level of worker death wouldn't matter. It would, like I say, just be a normal churn of workers. They only live a year, year and a half. If I had a ginormous pile of brood, here are some pictures from previous years, and this is what I would have expected things to be looking like right now. We're in towards the end of April, so they've been out of hibernation nearly 2 months. I'd expect to see a very good chunk of brood. There's nothing wrong with the conditions in my house. There's nothing wrong with the temperatures in my front room. I know this because the flavus are doing exactly what I would expect. And the distance between the flavus setup and the Lasius niger setup is half a metre. You know, they're practically in the same place in my house. So if conditions are right for the flavus, they're equally right for the Lasius niger if they wanted to be producing brood. But yeah, the issue is that I'm just getting no brood. I haven't seen a single pupa this year. As I've shown previously, I've seen some large larvae, but I never see pupa. So I don't know whether or not they're killing the larvae or whether or not they're dying. I mean, I looked in there today and again, there is a tiny, tiny amount of larvae. I found a few, but no pupa as yet. Now, as I said, I don't know what is going wrong. I don't know before anyone sort of asks and says what. But what I think, and this is only my hypothesis at the moment, unfortunately, I don't think the queen is fertile anymore. This could either be that she's lost her fertility. Maybe she got too hot, or I don't know, too cold or something. Maybe conditions have caused the loss of her fertility, because they keep the sperm from the males that they've mated with. They keep him alive in a special organ. And if there are adverse environmental conditions, that the sperm are obviously very delicate, that could kill the sperm. The other possibility is I've read that actually queens need to mate with more than one male when they're having their nuptial flight. I've heard that 3 males, possibly even 4 or 5, is the ultimate, or the best. And that if they mate with less, they're not really fertile enough, i.e. this might be the case, that she had some fertilize, or she had some sperm that could fertilize her eggs, but that was insufficient for her to go. I mean, she's 5 years this June. Maybe she had enough to last the first 4 years, but it's run out. But as I keep saying, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. All I know is I've got no brood. Maybe there's a problem with hibernation. Maybe they don't think they've hibernated enough. But I've seen eggs. I've shown 8 pictures previously of eggs. I've seen brood. I've seen quite big brood. And what I wonder if you know, they're pushing her saying, we want you to lay, we want you to lay. And she's trying her best and laying, but all she's laying is infertilized eggs, or unfertilized eggs, sorry. And the workers are maybe either eating those eggs, or when the larvae reach that large size where they should pupate, but they don't want to pupate, they want to grow even bigger because they are males, the workers are thinking, or not thinking, I know they don't think, but the workers are then killing the larvae at that point and saying, no, 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 we don't need any males, we need more workers. And that's why I'm not getting any pupa. But like I said, this is all just speculation by me. It's not based on any actual knowledge of what's going on. I just know that things aren't right and my population is declining. And unless something changes, unless they start to produce brood soon, I fear that the population will just continue to decline, and that by the end of this year, I don't know what state they'll be in, whether, you know, I'll even have a colony left. But we'll see. Yeah, that's the update, and I don't know is my answer. Thank you for watching, everybody. Until next time, goodbye.